I'm going to be quiet and bring Dr. Janet and Mrs. Gloria to the stage. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, all right. So this is an interview, but it also is following a methodology called the Omni Process. And within the Omni Process, there are 5 steps. One of the things that I disliked about going through my dissertation is when we learned about theory, it was kind of abstract. I want theory to be lived. I want theory to be experienced. So, being in a space where I was turning 50, I wanted to know what was it like for Black women in their 60s. I was being selfish in my dissertation and my postdoc. Like, what will the next 10 years look like for me to prepare for my 60s and then to prepare for my 70s? So I wanted to have lived theory. The other thing about my dissertation was learning about methodology. I did not see very many methods that showed steps. I have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, or I need steps. And the Omni process was the fusion of the theory and the methodology that I was missing in my dissertation. And we were able to go to Sarasota and conduct a study where we could put the theory and the method together. So now you're about to hear live what that was like. Step number 1 of the Omni process. How did you get here? I'm going to start with Dr. Janet. Can you answer that question for us?
How did I get here? Well, I guess part of the reason I'm here, of course, is because of my parents, etc. But again, most of it is because of my background. I have a 50-year career background, doctorate in education, and the latter was probably the most difficult thing I ever did in my life, was earning that doctorate. And it was particularly tough for me as I recognized the marginalization that exists among Black women who want to be scholars. And I made the decision that day as I ran barefoot through the Alexandria Hilton Hotel on the day of my graduation, all the way down to the basement to get my paper signed so that I could actually walk across the stage and earn my degree, that I would make sure that nobody else would have to run that path, literally or figuratively, ever again. And so that meant that I would coach emerging doctoral students and any other Black woman who was interested in whatever small pearls of wisdom and encouragement that I could give. And that's what I did.
And I get to call her my auntie. She is my academic auntie, and I call her AJ. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
that.
Thank you.
Gloria, how did you get here?
I'd have to start the same way as Dr. Janet, and that would be I think about my parents. I was blessed enough to have a mother and a father, and my raising, it wasn't perfect, but it was wonderful. And that brings me to, you said, where am I here, which is now. And that's, I'm currently an orphan, is that I don't have either my mother or my father. So today, I sit here without parents, but I have the memories. Thanks to my Sarasota experience, I'm able to listen and hear their voices now.
Mm,
So that's where I am now.
thank you. Thank you so very much. And I'm I'm glad that you said that you could listen and hear their voices now. In our opening grounding with breath work, I ask that we bring our ancestors into this conversation and we inhale and we bring them in and we exhale our love. Everything that we do and we talk about today, I want to dedicate it to my grandma. In 1971, Mother's Day, she was gifted a Bible. And inside of that Bible, she wrote her truth. And on April 16th, 1973, she wrote the words, "Never be afraid of trees. We will never leave you." very poetic, very prophetic, because this is what we're doing. So, Gloria, when you said you can listen and hear them, thank you. I wanted to let the audience know how we even got here of listening and hearing from Grandma.